I'll finish his part and then over.
I don't
Mr.
know,
Conley.
I seen him, he was, last time I talked to him, this was probably a week or more ago, and he was finishing up. And he had everything. Yeah, I looked at his drawings and had a couple of comments and sent them back to him and coordinated on a couple of things, so he should be through with it.
I know y'all had emailed, I've been on sabbatical a little bit in office, but my secretary did say y'all emailed. So it's my understanding the next step is once he's done, everything's done, that are the drawings that you all would need to submit for potential bidding, correct? And then if it's not accepted by the new council, because I'm sure it will be exceptionally high as it was when we tried to do the police station, that they then can subcontract it like we did on the police station and probably save a whole lot of money, so.
Especially electrical's gonna be pretty high, than the mechanical shouldn't be that bad, it wasn't that complicated, so.
Yeah, I mean, the building overall is in great shape, especially since we, did all that remediation and the roof and all those things, so it's like flooring, electrical, the mechanical, the plumbing, I mean, other than the new, other things, I mean, the bathrooms themselves are compliant, so.
The drainage should be okay, but pretty well getting all new supply
Sure.
plumbing, cause most of it got ripped out. I think that all got any questions?
Thank you. The transfer station update today.
I was supposed to, our chairman was supposed to be here tonight, but he is under the weather and, so. You normally don't have a tag handy, so I'm gonna let the, you guys pass this down. PowerPoint presentation. We have two appointees here, we have Tim and myself, and I will have to get you another copy, but we had 5 copies. Tim, there's your one. Okay. This is the transfer station, and I'm sorry you guys can't see this, but this was right before we started construction. You wanna go ahead and go to the next one? Is it not doing it? Okay. We're gonna talk about the tonnage report that you'll see in here, the current haulers, the damage evaluation assessment, matter management, and waste lease, the transfer station improvements from January 2nd, 2025 to September 30th. And we'll try to go through these as quickly as possible for you. But I don't think we've had a report from the transfer station in quite some time for all those who've been on the board. If you look at our tonnage, we have increased the tonnage, and from what, when we presented this at the commission last week, from what I understand in the 2025 plan, they anticipated that we would only have around 4,500 within a 10-year period. By September, we have already exceeded that at 9,193 tons. And we've got some people here in the audience that I'll recognize in a little bit who can help us talk about that. As you can see, waste is still coming with a small amount of tonnage. Waste management is once a month, is that right, Michael?
Yeah.
But once a month. Alabama, Georgia roll-off has increased. Roanoke has dissipated, of course, because they're no longer, but occasionally will come. 121 has increased. The walk-ups, which includes East Alabama waste, which is Rochester, and you can see how that's broken out. So you can see how the tonnage in. We had 2 different haulers. You had MBI, and you had 121 now is our primary hauler. And you'll see the number of days. And then our leachate, which is Mr. Yarber here, who takes care of our leachate. Okay, the next slide. And basically, as you can see here, the only hauler that we're missing at this point is AGL, which was supposed to was coming up until 2020 when Amwaste took over. We're working very hard to get them back in there. They service Watford. And under the next slide, damage evaluation, when Tim can tell you, when matter management left, we had quite the mess. And you can go ahead and go to the next slide. You can see on these, I'm not gonna go through every one of these, But you can see panels are missing here, you can see how bad the concrete, you can see, oil spills, things that were left that we had to get rid of. This was actually back in November of, I think, 2024, Todd Freeman and I went up, and you can see the oil sheens. So these were things that were not, there when our prior operators took care of it. So we had a lot of damage to the apron, which had not been previously damaged. Okay, next. All right, the biggest thing that we've accomplished is renovating the transfer station itself. That's where we worked with Harmon Engineering. And if you have any questions on that, we can refer those back to Harmon Engineering. We reskinned, you wanna go ahead and go to the next one? Or I can talk from this page. One more. There we go. Uh-oh, something's out of order. Okay. Go back. Okay. All right, we'll just leave it at that one. Transfer station repair slab, the building skin. We removed the building panels and replaced those. We did the slab floor, the rigid frame columns, diverter panel, and we'll go into that a little bit. You'll see photos a little bit. The transfer station building and slab repair was actually under $100,000, where the previous, as Tim can attest to, was over 200-something thousand, and that was only going to be the slab itself. We were not gonna get all the other things that we've gotten accomplished in that renovation. We did a phenomenal opportunity working with Harmon Engineering and David with War Enterprises. We started on the 6th, as people got out there while Michael and the trash was being dumped, took off the skin of the building, and we shut down on a Friday and a Monday, and was back operating on the 12th. And it was, Alan, you can tell them how phenomenal that was, how quick and easy that worked out. But we had great teamwork. We only missed 2 days of hauling. And actually, I think Michael, you ended up getting most of it in the day before, most of it. So we really didn't lose that much. Okay, you can go to the next one. The scale house septic system, and we have our resident expert here, Mr. Yarber. The clean out of that had not been accomplished since the day that facility was put in. So in your packet, you should, you can go ahead and go on up if you want to. You'll see, this is the riser and clean out Mr. Yarber put in. He also put in these bollards behind. We had the leachate tank someone ran over for the first time since 1996. Somebody ran over those. The scale walkway guardrail was our last project. We worked on that and got that done. We've had the grounds cleaned up. The county worked with us and got the perimeter limbs. We've removed all those contaminated soils, the oil drums, the DEF container, and the dumpsters. We still have a few items that are still left up there that we need to get rid of. I'm trying to think. We also had lightning hit the facility, and we had to repair the load cells and the data wiring and the conduit repair. And we had a new ticket printer to make us compliant with the state. So you can go ahead and go to the next one. So, all right, click one time, that's the video. Okay. Michael, along with being an operator, he's also a great drone. And so he does, as you can see how much cleaner the facility is. This was just prior to us doing the renovation, so this is an old footage here. But Mr. Yarber keeps and does all of our bush hogging, so he's done a phenomenal job of keeping things cleaned up out there. Some of the things that are no longer there, this green monster over here is gone. That was where we, the red one is where we kept our scrap metal. But as you can see, the yard is extremely clean. And we've got new lighting here. That was one of the things I forgot to mention. Waste had taken out one of our lights. And so we put in, when we went to put in new lighting, we found out it was gonna be more advantageous to put in some LEDs. So, and here's the metal plates. You see a little bit later, they'll be going into the floor. So you can go ahead and go forward. what was amazing was I got a call from Michael the Wednesday before they were starting on the project, and he said, Danita, they're taking down everything off the building. And we were very surprised that they were doing that. They recycled and used as much of the old metal as they could and put it on the side that you can't see when you come in. So any new metal is actually on the side when you actually drive up. So, they continued working, and you can see the, photograph here of, Michael was still able to keep the flow of trash going. And they, Alan can probably tell you a little bit more about some of the things we did. We put a translucent panel on the back to give more light. We double walled, on each side wall to prevent trash. And we also put a diverter panel at the back. And I think I've got a photograph of that coming up. All right, this is during construction. As we mentioned, we had a lot of problems with the slab and a lot of deterioration during the 5 years. And some of it was deterioration over time too. But a good majority, as you can see here with the rebar, how far down. And you're gonna see in your pictures a red line, that is the finished floor line. And I think, Alan, you and I have talked about it's about 8 inches of grout, concrete grout.
Yeah, it was up to 8 inches
Yeah, in some
grout in
places.
some places, just to get the floor back to the original level it was. It was that worn.
And
in
that's
places.
before we put the metal plate on top of it. Okay. All right, now this is, David, who could not be here tonight. His team was phenomenal. This is while they're actually working on the floor. But what was really interesting, and Alan and I were standing there, they were working on one side of the building, pouring concrete, and the welders were handing water to the other guys, which I thought was good teamwork. They saw that we had a need with our backhoe, that we had a problem with our backhoe. The welders went over there, and I don't know, Alan, if you had told them that or not, but they went over there and welded our backhoe at no additional cost. So they did a phenomenal job with that. Okay, let me do the next one. I think it's gonna be a video. Yep. They started at 4 o'clock on a Saturday afternoon, and it was by 10 o'clock in the afternoon they were finished welding, putting all this together. We've only had one glitch, and it's this panel right here. When the sun would hit it, the panel would rise up. And on September 6th, we finally got that taken care of. David came up, while they were also doing the guardrail project, and he figured out the problem there, worked with Alan, and they came up with a concept and got it. As you can see here, the double wall, it's a higher gauge, and then you can see the old panels on that side, and everything else is new panels. Okay. Alright, now what was very interesting is, and I was amazed, they actually took all of our rigid frame pieces that were bent to heck and back. They took and cut them out, lifted the building, held the building up while you can see here one is actually still in place. They cut them out and put new tubular columns in here. So, now remember, this is all under $100,000, okay? This is the diverter panel. Before, Michael had a lot of problems with trash coming out over here. We don't have that problem anymore, do we, Michael?
No.
So, that was a great concept. All right. And this is, one of the concerns was how is a heavy truck, this is one of our heavier trucks, waste management, and one of the 121s dumping on this metal floor. This is a new concept, this metal floor. There's no one in the state who has this. And Alan, do you know of anyone else who has this? The Alabama Department of Public Health is very interested in this project. So far, Michael, is it working? Is it doing what you need it to do?
Yes, it is.
All right, go to the next one. And you can see how much easier it is to clean the floor. And one last video. This is Michael actually working. And this is how the trash comes in, and then Michael takes it and dumps it over into the other. see how clean you can get the floor and you're not tearing up concrete. So maintenance, low maintenance, easy cleanup, and, we hope it's gonna be there. And it actually is more cost effective. And that's a typical trash day. You go ahead and go to the next one. Now, this is, Harmon, this is David who's not here, Alan, and, Michael posing for me. But we have a lot of other people working on this project and who worked pieces. And I'm gonna start with, if you don't mind, real quick, we didn't have another venue of being able to, honor people. I'm gonna start with David and Alan. Can you take this? We actually have took pieces of the facility and made a token. Randolph County Solid Waste Authority presents a token of appreciation for your assistance with the August 2025 Roanoke County Transfer Station floor slab and building renovation project. So, all right, this one's yours, and then David's in here. Now, not to leave, it's heavy, so y'all can see how heavy that floor is.
That's the piece of the floor still.
Now, we have a few other people in here. I'm supposed to have had some, my assistant here. So let's start with, Tim Jacobs. Let me see if I can get these up. As an appointee to the board. Congratulations. Thank you. How long were we working on that project, Tim?
Quite a while.
Okay, Mark is not here and Butch is not here. All right, Mr. James Yarber. I'd like to thank you for everything you have done. One of the things I'd like to say about Mr. Yarber, before we started the project, they were gonna have to pump a pressure wash. We're on well water up there. He called me up and he said, we gotta make sure we got a pressure test. And so he literally made sure we could use the well water instead of them having to bring something in. And he is our go-to person when it comes to anything. He does our bush hogging and our leachate. And he was on site. He kids about his first grade education, but he's not. But he is phenomenal. Michael, would you like to come up, please? Michael Manning is our operator, and I don't know what we would do without him out there. All right. Keith Richardson. I'd like you to take this on behalf of all the guys from the street department to come out and help us. So if you wanna put that out there at the street department. And, I've got one person who Todd and I talked about. He had been the backbone of this, of the, solid waste or the transfer station for many, many years. And whenever I needed a question answered, we would meet at Chicken Express, or we would meet at different places, and people were always harassing him. Charlie, would you come up? I don't know how many years you worked out there, but I wanna thank you for helping me. So, this is actual pieces.
And she
Now-
made a tremendous improvement on the floor and all of that.
Well, it's not just-
I live.
It's a whole team here, so.
And you're too, Miss
Oh, you almost got it.
I worked with him many times up there.
No, not running out there, Charlie. Oh, yeah, that is actually, curlers, right?
Dirt sack.
Dirt, that's the dirt.
Sacks on the wall.
Okay, yeah. Now, these were actual pieces that, Alan and David cut up, but the two pieces that going to David and, Alan, Michael helped me get those put together. So, do y'all have any questions? I think I've thrown a lot of stuff at you, but, hopefully I haven't left anybody off. I've got all of our people in there.
We appreciate you too, Denise. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you all.
Yes, thank all of
Looks
this
so much better.
was a group effort.
Yes, much. You need
All right, moving on to the inmate housing contract.
So the only thing that has changed in this contract from the previous ones is that they have went from $35 a day to $40 a day. The county also houses inmates for the city of Wedowee, and like they increase the price on them too, like it's not just us, it's across the board.
Other than that, the
housing
contract's the same. Is there a motion to, adopt the contract, the inmate housing contract with the county? Is there a motion? Is there a second?
Councilmember Holly?
I have not been in favor of the jail moving and all since the beginning, so I have to vote no.
Councilmember Houston?
Yes.
Councilmember Jacobs?
Yes.
Mayor Patterson?
Yes.
Councilmember Farmer?
Yes.
Councilmember Johnson?
Yes.
All right, my report. I wrote a little speech for tonight. There are a lot of things I wanna say, and it was kinda hard to pick what I wanted to say. So, as our time concludes, I just wanna thank you for the honorable opportunity to serve the city I love more than anywhere in this world. This has been one of the greatest honors of my life. Thank you all to the ones who stood beside me. There's no way we could have accomplished all the things that we did without your support and guidance. The sign of a great leadership is leaving things greater than you found them. I truly believe that we are leaving Roanoke better, much better than we found it. I truly believe that we're leaving Roanoke, its people, and its properties in better shape than we found it. Some of my greatest and favorite accomplishments is adding structure to the government by creating uniform pay scales and employee guidelines to ensure fairness. Advocating and lobbying for for millions of dollars of grants that enabled us to pave streets, 18 of them, red lights to be upgraded, sidewalks to be repaired, and bringing our buildings up to compliance. We've beautified City Hall, the rec center, the museum. We've created, events that brought our community together, the Mayhem on Main, the ice skating rink. I'm also thankful that we were able to secure a building and move the police department out of a condemned facility. And that we did all of these things, and we're still leaving Roanoke in better financial shape than it's ever been. I feel like the decisions that were made were in the best interest of the people in the city. And I look around and it's very apparent that we've all worked very hard. From the bottom of my heart, I thank you and I love you all. On to the council members' report. Councilmember Holly.
I would like for us to set trunk or treat hours from 5 to 7 on Thursday, October the 30th, because Hanley is having a home game on October 31st.
No, we're not. It's a bye week for the high school.
It's
That's what
changed?
we're- That's what we're doing. It's, Mayhem on Main is the, Friday night, October 31st from 5 to 8. There's not a ball game
Okay,
tonight.
okay.
Councilmember Houston.
I'd like to say to one, I've been making jokes all week. I told him I was gonna wear this white suit. Cause I had a clean heart coming in, and I wanna have a clean heart going out. And then I said, I'll probably the most honest one up here, not that we done anything wrong, but because I love all the council members. I had nothing against anyone, and I really enjoyed it. And Miss Dorothy, I don't know how much you improved the city road with stuff that you done downtown. And I would like to thank all our council members and all of those that supported us and all of those that didn't. I just let you know that I love you also. So thank you for my 5 years, and I'll be too old to try it anymore. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilmember Davis.
I don't have anything.
Councilmember Carl.
Just wanna say I appreciate the city of Roanoke for putting up with me for 13 years. I've enjoyed every minute. Been some tough minutes. I wanna say thank you to our department heads, because without them, city clerk, we can't get anything done. And I think we have the best on the planet. Police chief, fire chief, y'all are awesome. Wanna wish Chief Caldwell a happy retirement. He had a lot of adversity, and he came through with flying colors, I think, and done a great job. And again, I love this city, I always have, and, thank you.
Councilmember Johnson.
Just briefly, I will say that I am super excited that this is my last night on the council. From the standpoint that, I really believe with all of my heart, that my replacement, Wita Delishaw, will be a fabulous representative of District 5. She and I have had many discussions, and I think that Wita, much like I did 5 years ago, has the best interest of the city at heart and will do everything she can to help our new mayor and other council members succeed. You know, I moved here, I chose this as my home. A lot of people remind me they're from here, but I chose here. And choosing a place like this, there are reasons, many of them, but one of the things I always tell people, my friends from many larger places, that it is amazing how a small town can come together when there are people in need. And I have seen that repeatedly in the 23 years I've been here, and in particular in the last 5 years. I remember our mayor calling me in the middle of the night because there was a tornado right after we were all elected. And, you know, going out and doing the best that we could and understanding firsthand what it means to be a community that cares about others. You know, there's a lot that this town still needs, and sometimes one of the reasons I ran years ago is because I felt like there was just kind of a tunnel vision that had been here for a very long time, and we needed some new blood, and guess what? We need new blood again. And I do have great faith in this new administration. I have concerns, but a lot of those concerns are left over from what we inherited, frankly. Some things that still need to be completed because we didn't have the time to do that, or we were putting out other fires. But this is a fabulous town. I believe we're all similarly situated. We want the best for the children. We want the best for the elderly folks. We want safety. We want good streets. We want good buildings and friendly staff. And I think that we're headed in that direction. As to the safety, I do hope that our new administration and our new mayor will consider school safety as a priority. I think there are some holes there that are pretty miraculous if you really get into it and take a look, and concerning. So rebuilding our police department and renewing faith in the police, while also the police having faith in our citizens, is gonna be quite the task, but something that's needed. But I love that we've had a filled room many times, sometimes contentious, sometimes not. But it's been a fabulous 5 years, and I couldn't be happier to have served with some of the individuals on this board. And so thank you all, and good luck to those of you that will be taking over soon. If you ever need anything, you let us know, because we still are here and we still love this town. So, thank you. That's all I have.
City clerk.
Just a reminder that the East Alabama Regional Planning and Development Commission is doing their annual meeting at the Oxford Civic Center, November the 6th. Councilmember Holly has gotten with me that she wants to go. If anybody else, new members or old, would like to go, let me know.
Street and maintenance.
I'd just like to say that I enjoyed working with each and every one of you. I appreciate all that y'all done. We made improvements more than I've seen in the last 20 years, in 3 or 4. I mean, as far as the street department goes and the maintenance department, what we've got to work with, and like I said, that all the street paving, stormwater drains, lots of stuff that I will continue to build on.
Jerry.
Football, cheerleading, and soccer is still going strong. Basketball sign-up started today, and thank you to each one of you for all the improvements that we have made for our youth. It's greatly appreciated.
Fire and water.
The only thing we have tonight is we took the ladder truck out today to get new tires and all installed on it, and we went back to pick it up at WW Trucking. Guess the starter's gone out on it, but there will be somebody here tomorrow from Williams Fire to work on it, to see if they can get it back going.
Thank you. Chamber of Commerce.
I want to thank each of you. You've done a tremendous job. It's been a pleasure to work with you, and I'm gonna miss you. On the Fall on Main, of course, it's Saturday, and it is in full swing. So make sure you come on down and see a lot of different stuff this year. So come on down for Saturday, 8 to 2.
All right. Is there a motion to adjourn the meeting? Is there a second?
Before you go though, we all want to give you a round of applause for all you've done. Thank you. Oh, yes, you did. Did you have a report? We arrested some folks.
What's your,
The needle, what is that? What is, what is she talking about?